your ears to some loving words from the bride and groom's friends. This is Taylor Brown, the best man.
I know Josh didn't pick me to be the best man because he knows how comfortable I am doing this. I look at Hannah and him. Look at the early days when they first met. He fought like hell for Hannah. It's what he does. He fights for his loved ones. When I first saw these two together, I knew happily ever after. Very book ending. Josh fought and he didn't quit, and now look at them today. Happily ever after. I've never been so proud of him. This isn't just a fancy party. This is a celebration of their lives, and I'd like to toast. To the rest of your lives, the beginning, the end, good luck. I hope to be there for it all.
Thank you, Taylor. That was awesome. Now, if Mary McCaffrey would please come up and share some words of love.
Okay, so I'm the maid of honor, Hannah's sister. I would like to thank Hannah and Josh for involving me in this special time in their lives together. And thank you everyone who's come to celebrate this special occasion. And I would like to have a quote by Emily Giffin. Love is the sum of our choices, the strength of our commitments, the ties that bind us together. It's from her book, Love the One You're With. So, being Hannah's sister, I've known Hannah for a very long time. So there are so many stories that I could tell you about Hannah and I. But to sum it up, we've spent almost all of our time together growing up because we're so close in age. We spent like all of our free time together. We'd play baseball at the park. We got into trouble together. And we even got our driver's licenses together. It was fun. I realized that those two, they have their fights. But you can see whenever you meet them, they have a lot of affection and they are very comfortable with one another. So I am glad that they are together. And I would like to cheers to the happy couple.
Thanks, Mary. What was that? We will now hear some words from Scott Moore.
I got a few more pages in my coat, too. So a little ditty about Josh and Hannah. About 10 years ago, back in high school, was when Josh and I first met. I remember coming home from a family vacation, sick as a dog, at our lunch table we always used to go to, and him coming to the table asking, "Who is this guy? And is he still alive?" And well, I was alive, and from there we started hanging out a lot, and we had some good times. Our group was a little different from the normal high school group. I don't know if you can tell that today, but that it was. Instead of going out to parties, we would go see midnight showings of movies. We'd go down to Jackson Square and see movies all the time after school. And where some would get caught doing drugs or drinking alcohol, we would be getting caught stick fighting in Churchill Park, skipping school. That's a little bit how our high school went. I remember feeling so embarrassed and just hoping none of the classmates saw us. So, Hannah, over the past few years, I've gotten to know you a little bit. And over all the movies, dinners, and hangouts, there's a few things I can say about us. Or, sorry about you guys. You know what I mean. The first is how I'm excited to make new memories and become even better friends with you. And the second is, might sound corny, but I truly believe that you and Josh are absolutely perfect for each other. Where one may fall short, the other will be always there to lift them up even higher than they could be without each other. And so after that, I'd like to post a toast to Hannah and Josh and the great memories you'll make. Cheers.
Thanks, Scott. That was great. That was just great.
You're great.
I'm going to take liberties as the MC for a second, and I just want to talk about how cool Josh is. Raise your hand if you met Josh in high school. Josh is one of the most kind, loyal, honest, and integral people I've ever met. My name's not on this list to give speeches, so that's where I'm going to stop. If I could have Jessica Gerber.
I'm surprised, that people have been kind with their speeches. No one's really embarrassed a couple yet, so we're gonna try. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Macy. I've known Hannah for 10 years since grade 8?
Yep.
I met her.
And I'm Jessica, and I met Hannah in grade 7, way back when.
First, would like to thank all of you, family and friends, for joining us today and showing how loved Hannah and Josh truly are.
And thank you to Hannah and Josh for including us in this special day.
So before we embarrass you, I would like to congratulate you. So congratulations. The ceremony was beautiful. You guys are hitched, and we're very happy we were a part of it.
And we have some words for Josh, because Josh, you've gotten your hands full here now, okay? Hannah is... Well, now you're in for the long haul.
Now she's your wife. That comes with lots of pressure.
So Hannah is the most positive person that we've ever met. She's amazing in all ways. She's got a great sense of humor. And she's probably the only person that I know that can smile when she's crying. She always sees the good in everything. Oh, and Josh, remember to say the 3 special words to Hannah. You are right.
All the time.
All the time.
Josh, I know I'm like 200% sure that you know how klutzy our beloved Hannah is. So get ready for a lifetime of picking her up off the ground whenever she trips herself. And word of advice, if you ever get brave enough to go to Nightmares or any haunted house, and she's holding your hand, expect that she will drag you down to the ground. And believe me, folks, 3 times when we went to Nightmares, I swear, it was dark, and she was grabbing my leg, and she'd fallen, and I'd pick her up. She's that klutzy, but I love you. So just be prepared to pick her up every time she screams, unless, of course, you do it first, Josh. And one more thing, get ready for a lifetime of adventure with the best PIC, partner in crime. Best friend you could ever ask for, we know from experience. Hannah exudes confidence, curiosity, and a love for everything life has to offer, so we're sure that you are in for an epic journey. She will get you to try things that you have never thought of doing. And one example I could give you folks is when we were in grade 8 and from one of our many sleepovers, Hannah convinced us to sneak out to go to the nearby Esso station to get a
Jump
slushie.
out a window.
Okay, I'm getting to that part. Wait for it. Okay, I'm the goody two shoes of the friendship circles, so I thought sneaking out was as bad as it was gonna get, and I didn't know I'd have to climb out a window, jump from their house's roof to the garage, and from the garage roof to the ground. I swear I thought I was going to break...
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
and it wasn't really sneaking out. Mom and Dad knew, so I really thought I was going to break my neck that night. And by the way, the payout sucked because that slushie was not very good. But you know what? That was one of the most memorable moments that I've had with you. So for that, I thank you. For Hannah, we have some words for you too. And we haven't known Josh all that long. In fact, 1.5 years, folks. We met Josh when it was announced to us that they were engaged. But in the 1.5 years that we've known you, we've noticed and learned one thing, and that is you make her happy. You make her smile from the simplest things. And Hannah, congratulations. You've found your soulmate.
Okay, so now let's bring it back about a month to when we were at Alex's cottage and we had the drunk guy Lenny wander over. So he did give us some good advice though. Never go to bed angry. Try to take every day as it comes and just be happy and live day by day and everything will work out in the end.
Again, we're very happy for you both, and we're so honored to have been a part of this milestone in your lives. We look forward to seeing what the future has in store for you, and know that we will be there to cheer you on loudly and to always support you.
So Josh, welcome to the family. Welcome to the friend circle. You are finally in. And we also want to cheers to all the new friendships made. Our bridal party has been great. We've had a huge adventure planning all of this stuff up to this day, and it's been a great experience.
Okay, this is the end of the speech. Before we raise our glasses, though, I'm going to ask a huge favor from you guys. You see, we've compiled a few words that we know will be common ones in their household. As an example, excuse me, Joshua, dang it. So one of those words is whatever, and we found out when we spent a weekend in Niagara. We were toasting, and we had to say whatever. So fellas and ladies, raise your glass to the newlyweds and say whatever with the biggest attitude you got. Whatever!
Now for some words from the parents of the bride, Mr. and Mrs. McCaffrey.
Okay, I'm the old man and this is my bride. Thank you. I work at the university at McMaster, and oftentimes when we get together, during a break time, we will share stories about something that's happened in your weekend. And one of the guys there was, his daughter was getting married. And he had the task of going out of town and picking up the wedding cake. And it was about a 45-minute drive. And it was a pretty warm day. Not as warm as today, but it was fairly warm. And he didn't realize when he was coming back from where he was going to pick up his cake, and he finally gets to Hamilton after a long drive. I guess the cake had gotten a little bit warm in his car, and it fell over and crashed in the back of the car. And it just made a terrible mess. And their hearts just sank. And he just didn't know what he was going to do. Needless to say that he had some friends that happened to come along and help put it back together and save it. And that's the story I'm going to tell him when I get there on Monday. Hope that worked out. What are we going to tell you? There's so many things we could tell you. As you know, escaping through the window is just one minor little thing of Hannah's escapades as she's gone through her experience in our household.
And we heard you.
Yeah. But there's lots of interesting things. Hannah used to just scream when I sneezed. Now, you'd have to understand that I have a very loud sneeze. But her mother actually had to cover her ears if she noticed I was about to sneeze, because Hannah would get very, very upset. When she was like 2 years old, she was having a bath with her older sister in the tub. And I had a full beard at the time. I was working on a project, and I didn't want to shave until I finished my project. And her and her sister in the tub having a bath, and I'm shaving in the bathroom. When I finished, my daughter didn't know who I was. She cried and cried because she saw who the stranger was in the bathtub with them. In any case, that was just one of her interesting. She showed us a little bit about her sort of, I don't know what you would call it, stubbornness or character when she wasn't even 2 years old when Jacob came home. Patricia brought Jacob home from the hospital. And Hannah immediately would not sleep in her crib, and she wouldn't let her mother give her a bottle right from that day forward. She was like angry at her for bringing this little boy home. And to tell you the truth, I don't think she's ever forgiven us for that one. But these things happen. Hannah has a big heart, that we know for sure. A very enthusiastic girl. She always has been. A wonderful girl. I can give you another example. When her sister was about 8 years old, she had her shots in her leg, and she really had trouble getting around. Mary had difficulty, and Hannah was there every second. Mary wanted to go to get something out of to get to the bathroom or whatever. She'd give her shoulder and carry her into the room, and she just took good care of her older sister. She was awesome, and she was good at doing that. And if you know her too, she just loves critters. You know, any cats, dogs, guinea pigs, groundhogs. Guinea pigs was a big deal. That was always such a struggle. The school guinea pig died, and wow, you didn't want to be in our house. Believe me, it was a difficult thing to go through. It was quite a challenge for us, but she's always been a special girl. One thing that I understood, I heard about a study once that was given that a sure way to happiness is to have a sister. And I thought, what an amazing study. I thought, I'm sure that was correct because I happen to have 4 sisters, so I knew what that was all about. But all I can tell you, they never did a study. They should have done a study about having daughters, because I think that's an amazing opportunity. The only thing is they do have a tendency to give you gray hairs. But otherwise, they're absolutely fantastic. And it's so wonderful to see Josh and Hannah so happily married today. It was a wonderful day, and I'm certainly grateful that everyone can join with us. And we would certainly, there's an old saying that goes, when your daughter gets married, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son-in-law. Is that the old saying, I think, or something like that? You're gaining a son? In a sense, I feel like I'm losing a son because over the last little while, Josh has been in my house so much, I thought I had another son. And only since he's gotten married has he sort of moved out the past 2 weeks, and I haven't seen him because he's been in his new apartment. But needs to say, it's certainly a pleasure to have Josh join our family, and it's wonderful to see how happy they are together. So we would just like to also raise a toast to the happy bride and groom, Hannah and Josh. May you always remember what makes happiness in your home.
If we could now hear from the groom's mother and sister.
Well, Mr. Thompson, who'd have thought it? And you, my dear Hannah, I hope you know what you've gotten yourself into. He doesn't do dishes. He doesn't take the garbage out. Where he drops his wares is where they stay. And cleaning the bathroom, girlfriend, you're a saint. Welcome to the Thompson family.
Now is your time. If anyone else has any words they'd like to share, feel free to come. Okay, great. So, let's see if Josh and Hannah can top that themselves. Let's hear from the bride and the groom.
Hello again. Saw me not too long ago. That was my screw up, by the way. I meant to ask somebody who's actually looking at me right now. Hey, Neil. I meant to ask you to bless the food, and I actually forgot. So then I had to do it myself. But that's okay. So we'd like to thank you all for coming here. It's amazing to be surrounded by friends and family and people who care so much about us in this time because it is such a special day. I'd like to throw a special shout out to everybody who's sitting at our head table tonight. Each one of them has been a pillar of strength and a very strong foundation that's made tonight possible. And without every single one of them, this wouldn't have happened. So I don't have a glass with me, but I would like to raise a toast to the bridal party that helped us out so much. So thank you, guys. That being said, I also have to throw a special shout out to 4 people sitting at table number 3. So my amazing MC Rusty, who was able to do this on very short notice. My friends Kane and Arthur, who have done an excellent job helping us as well. And last but certainly not least, the pain in my butt for like the last forever, I guess we'll say, my little sister, Emily. So thank you very much for everything you have done.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm the bride. He is sometimes. Again, like I said, I just want to thank everyone for being here. It's been such an amazing day. It's what I always pictured. Like the thing happened with my cake. Carrie Asensio graciously fixed that up for me, and I'm so grateful. I was a mess yesterday. And I want to say Dan Foster. She put together my flowers like basically all by herself, and I helped her a little bit, but I didn't do much. But they're so beautiful, and I just love all the arrangements that she made for the whole day today. Yeah, okay. And thanks to everyone who made such wonderful speeches here tonight. Oh gosh. All your gracious words mean a lot, and yeah, I'm good.
I clapped so hard I punched my cake. All right, back on track here. No more funny business, guys.
No having fun.
It says here, following the bride and groom speech, the first dance will begin.